folks, welcome back to another episode of Our Journeys. We are in the thick of things already with AyRoss.NPO. Happily, we're still kind of at the beginning. This is the Gauntlet for this weekend that he is taking place in. So again, as a reminder, any card you summon in the Armory lane, in the what is normally known as the Field lane, you summon there, it's going to give a random creature that is on the board +1/+1. Not in hand there. I think there's another version of it where it allows you to essentially do some hand buffs. But in this game, or in this version of it, it is... So yeah, so she got random. It could have gone to him. That's why I think AyRoss played the card first before swinging, because his... Oof. And that's rough. So Withered Hand, obviously, is great at making actions too expensive for your opponent to play, but when they can play them for free on a Prophecy, that's a heck of a swing. So I don't know if I'm going to include it in here or not, because we literally just came in at the very end, but we just saw AyRoss and...
God strike you!
So yeah, he just said there'll be the death of him. I don't know that I'll include it, because literally it was like the last two turns of the game, but it was AyRoss against Kfluffy. And you all can let me know if you want to see if I only get the last one or two turns. If you're like, hey, I don't care. It's just, it seems like, oh, hey, here we are in this game and it's over. But it was him against Kfluffy, and he had lethal on board. He was swinging for lethal. Kfluffy got a Cloud Rest Illusionist on that last room Prophecy, was able to, I think it took 2 points of damage off the board. And yeah, and Kfluffy had a full board and was able to go and win it. So for the second time now, we have seen AyRoss getting hornswoggled or otherwise maligned by prophecies. So that's his comment there about them being the death of him is pretty accurate, or would seem to be pretty accurate. And he's up against Ortguest, which is unfortunate because, you know, I mean, obviously it's a generic title, but as we've heard, I don't know if any of you were privy to that discussion or saw that discussion in another video. A lot of these guests, they're not doing it to be ambiguous or, you know, so that you don't know who they are or anything like that. They don't have the option. The game doesn't give them an option. I think it's after a certain time, or I don't know what the interplay is there, but they're not given the option to have a custom name, so they have to be these generic whatever. So it's not like a sleeper, like, oh, it's an Orc guest, they must not be good. They're not trying to do that. Some of them might be, but I heard it from somebody in one of the video comments that they weren't able to create it somehow. They had to do with something. Okay. Anyway, don't want to belabor that point. Just to let you all know, if you see an Orc guest or a Nord guest or a guest of any kind, they may be a guest against their will. So hey, I will give it to Orc guest here. You know, it's good to see y'all. And it's actually, for this Gauntlet, it's actually pretty good. Would be better if it goes in the field lane. That's the problem with the Adoring Fan. You never know when he's going to come down, but together. You know, there's always a chance that he's going to get a buff of some kind. And as I've been flapping my gums, AyRoss has been getting whittled down, unfortunately. Is he within striking distance? 715.
Around the arena grounds. Shout if you need someone to
There's nowhere they can hide.
Ooh, Soul of Revenge. Great card. Afflicted Alit can do some work, but I mean, AyRoss is clearing the board so that he won't be able to finish it on this play, but he will be putting himself in a strong position. Withered Hand. Chewbacca, once again, gets wrecked. So we might see Afflicted Alit or Iliac. And there's really no way to trigger it. Okay. Or we could see the Initiate.
Were made.
Aha! You see? That's right. I was right. It should have been the Afflicted Alit. I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know what the mistakes were made was referring to.
Stendar, give me strength.
To me.
Heck, man, you don't need Stendar. You just need whatever the in-game deity of prophecy protection or protection from prophecies is. That's what you need. I don't know that Stendar does that. He's like, oh, I can't help you there. I got a big axe, and I can do really cool stuff, and I can defeat many foes, but against prophecies, I ain't got nothing. So there we go, getting a helpful buff from the Iliac's proccing there. So be curious to see if AyRoss hits with the 4-1. Really pretty, man. I do love premiums. They're so great. It's Fighters Guild Berserker. So I'll be interested to see. 'Cause, I mean, right now it's just I don't think he will. I think he's been hosed too much by prophecies, and right now that would pretty much end the game. So I would be surprised. Although, yeah, because he has lethal on the board without it.
Give me
Particularly
strength.
with Afflicted Alit and Sower, he could squish Sower with Afflicted Alit. So he definitely has 7 reach. All he has to do is hit for 5. So Iliac and anything else on the board, and the game is over. As long as he doesn't lose any creatures, which he doesn't. Yup.
I have your scent and sleep.
Oh no!
Blood.
Yeah. So yeah, as if he was saying, if he sacked Sower and Alit. So as I said, all he needs is... Oh, that's what he was... Oh, okay. That's what he's saying. The 1 damage he missed from that turn earlier. Yeah. So unfortunately, he's not going to be... Well, he can guard up. He can guard up the field lane. Orcest could have a Shadow Shift, but he will at least be able to guard up and tentatively, prevent that 4 damage. You just don't want... You don't want your opponent to have anything. Oh! So... Alright, so what is he doing here? What is he doing? Oh! He's still going to hit with a 4. Yeah, he's going to sack it, and he's still going to do it. As long as...
There's nowhere they'll hide from me.
Okay. So he gets to keep the... So he can just... Yeah, he can throw down Afflicted Alit. Oh, no! No, he's right. That's the 1 point. Wow, and that prophecy... I mean, he didn't need it, but jeez. Okay, I was all over the place. Well done, AyRoss. Gonna go ahead and get one more of AyRoss playing in the Gauntlet. Again, I want to capture as many of the special events games as I can. AyRoss is a great player to watch. And I would have to say, feared one, who may very well be worthy of being feared, but when you see the top 10 card back, at least for me, that is the feared one. That is the feared one.
Khajiit doesn't need to be followed.
Okay. So we will see if... Okay, I missed some of those comments, unfortunately, because I was looking elsewhere. So tricky. Like I said, I want to always keep
You
the game
fight
board
well.
open. Oops, no. That's not what I want.
Mistakes were made.
What do you say?
Khajiit doesn't need to be followed.
Okay, he wants to make a Dominion token deck with Dark Mains, lots of prophecies, except with blue. Okay. Interesting. So, Dominion token deck, I'm all about that. You don't get to see that terribly often. Actually, at all, really. I don't think I've ever seen... Which is weird, because you can have token Mage. So it's interesting, you don't really see token Dominion. But he said it's like Kfluffy Salalu, but obviously with blue. So yeah, I like the sound of that. And I do feel bad, amidst my overall... Ring into Bleak Coast, or just play the Withered Hand. Or the Orc Clan Captain. At this point, I need to hedge my bets. I need to put out the option that he can play any card that's in his hand. And see, and this is really cool. This is something to note as well. A lot of folks are, your focus goes into playing in that field lane because that's where you get all the perks and, it's more discernible. I'm trying to remember what you get here. 4 or more power draw cards. So he's going for the card draw. Well, I mean, yeah, I think, unfortunately for Feared One, I think it's GG already. I mean, obviously that's not necessarily fair to say, especially with Andy's propensity for drawing prophecies by Bleak Coast Troll. But AyRoss does have 2 lanes that need to be contested. He can play a card in both lanes and really be all right. Let's see, so that's 9. If he plays Sower, that's 10 with obviously... Well, no, wait, 9. Yeah, 9 with Underworld. He's got it. Barring a prophecy. He's going to want to hit with Orc Clan Captain first, I would assume. Maybe the 4-2. But if the Orc Clan Captain goes down, you lose 4 points of damage. I don't know.
This one is
We'll see either way. Prophecies are always, it's a hard thing to really effectively play around, but it does look like, you know, Feared One's, he's checking it out, and he certainly doesn't know that AyRoss has the Underworld Vigilante to finish things off. And he will be able to, he will not be thwarted by a prophecy. A very quick and decisive victory! Staying in the Gauntlet, we are back with Ccitytoker Halalu. I've been kind of looking around different games, kind of really, really cool Brave Cariad game, but she was recording that, so I will leave that to her to relay to you all in her own words and in her own style. But it was a lot of really, really fun to watch, and I'm glad I got it just in case she did, but she was recording, so that's fantastic. But here we are with C-City running his Halalu. I'm guessing this is... No, wait. I don't know. I mean, I guess he could still be running the Altar Halalu, but he might have shaken it up a little bit.
A little distraction might prove useful.
And will allow a trade with his Kiva, his bird of prey, his maligned turkey.
I hear and obey.
It's a freaky looking bird. Almost. Oh, but Period strikes back with the charge with the Candlehearth Brawler. You do see, I mean, I haven't seen a ton, but I think in this one in particular, because, you know, you get the buffs, you see a lot of little cards with charge, like, Nord Firebrands. I mean, they come down, if it comes down on a naked board, it's guaranteed a 2/2. And it's charged. If you can play like 20 of them, it's game over.
Chimeric spirit of the sky, guide us.
For
It has been my
having to sit a turnout and essentially saying, yeah, I'm screwed.
What did you expect? A friendly greeting?
He is pretty much done for.
Coming to get me. I know it.
C-City reluctant to give Perib cards.
Did you hear that?
Wisely, because he wasn't able to close them out. And I wonder, I don't know if that's some psychological warfare on Perib's part. I don't think it is. I'm not assigning it that way. And even if it is, it's nothing bad. It's just a different way to go, which is saying, oh hey, good game. Like, yeah, go ahead and hit me. Yeah, it's the game's over. And then hoping against hope that when they hit you, you're going to get a ton of cards that you can play. I would be more apt to believe that if he was sitting on 12 Magicka and he could really change the state of affairs with his, you know, if he had the right enough cards. But even if C-City gives him 7 cards here, Perry can probably only play 1 or 2. But he's biding his time. Perhaps he has been burned, as we all have at different points, by breaking runes too fast. Yeah, it looks like he's just hoping to be able to snowball those 2 characters into his Madman and Awakened Dreamer. He's going to be able to snowball those into an OTK or something approximate, which I appreciate. I mean, just if nothing else, for the memes, is for the lulz, to be able to get an OTK with a super buff or a couple buff cards. But right now, Awakened Dreamer is her own buffing source because nobody else is at a 5 power or higher. So she's just kind of snowballing herself. And a nice premium mare comes down, and whoa! I mean, neither one of those are low rolls. In fact, for Merrick, that's a high roll, I would say, for sure. That's one of the better items in the game. And all right, Beast March. Nope. All right. Has a Lawless Sharpshooter, a nice premium version, and takes down the temporarily ascended Merrick. So Perry got a good roll there, but C-City had the answers.
Training is over. It's time to act.
Hooey! She's a biggin'.
Hermamora tests us.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure if it's still available, but that was one of the purchases I was happy to make. Probably one of my first ones in the game was the alternate art for Nord Firebrands and the raiding party. I just didn't like the art very much for either of them, and I think the art for the premium art for both is fantastic. Like, I think the Firebrands just look so much better, but I don't know if you can buy those anymore. I think you can, because I bought mine well after the game had gone into remission, so I think it's still out there. Recommend. I think it's $5 or something. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to hawk the wares. I know for me that was something that I was. All right, C-City again. I'm guessing. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. I mean, C-City is just a very. He plays very well, so he could just be doing what is the overall smart thing to do, which is not give your opponent cards until you're ready to close it out. But I wonder too if maybe he has made that push. You know, when you see that level of caution, you know, it could indicate that a game or a game before or something maybe pushed a little too fast, thought you had the board locked down, and then by giving your opponent those cards, they were able to shift it. I mean, to be fair, Parib has really been keeping, I mean, I think 12, 17, no reach. So C-City even now can't close it out, and Parib is amassing a pretty sizable board. Now we know C-City, from the way he's been playing, I'm thinking he's going to be trading with the 5th Legion. Yeah, get that big old body off the board. Well, granted, he's got 42 health, so he's not in too much danger. Did just kill off his Awakened Dreamer trigger there, but he is going to be able to fill the board with lots of. I mean, these are great, low-cost cards to be able to fill the board with. And East March, I think, maybe just. Oh, he got it! I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was a card he was really wanting to get his hands on. No, it's it was the 5/3, gives out goodies when you break a rune. I cannot remember his name now, but that's the one he's looking for. The alt art for that, where he's like in the snow and he's like, oh gosh.
I hear it.
Woof. Parib not going down without a fight. But yeah, the East March Crusader is such a big deal with these, with willpower. Like, it is. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's been single-handedly keeping C-City in it, but it is certainly not. But it is the draw engine that Halalu has in that, and then in green if you want to play. And there we go. Now we have. Honor.
We'll hold, no matter.
Yep. See. Validation. Everybody plays East March Crusader because they're awesome, and that's a good alternate art. I don't think the original one's too bad. I actually like it, but that's a really good image that kind of encapsulates the fighting spirit of the Nard. Which, for all their other faults, they really do. I mean, I love the fact that so many Nords are in the snow, especially this time of the year. Which that does. Remind me, I mean, I look at this though, Parib with, I mean, is that going to be enough to shut down? To hold him back? I don't think so. That could. Wow. He's going to do 8.
I'll try to draw their fire.
Yeah, I think it's going to have to wait another turn, I think, unless I'm miscalculating here. The crab gets nerfed. Poor crab. Poor crab. Allow CC to keep his board up. Oh, I thought he was going to... Well, he still may. Yeah, Stormblood. All right, he's like, all right, I'm finally going to close this thing out now. Parib is now... virtually completely out of cards. But who knows? He may have 2 Hive Defenders that he can play. And, possibly live for yet another turn. Oh. Pull a red year?
Mouth paws.
That'd be pretty... I'm guessing we'll see whatever he pulled come down.
3 gods. 1 true face.
Is that gonna be enough? No, because with the That's going to enable the 2-1, the Marked Man, and the, who is this guy? You never see him. Mystival Enchanter.
You fight like a knight.
So they're hoping maybe to get another one of those. These guys here, Rift and Marauder, another cheap guard. He does get a cheap guard. Good gravy, and now he is out of range. Oh my gosh, the tenacity of Perry! Wow, and that, folks, is why. Now I don't.
We'll go with
Not going to be enough. You can take that out. You can take that out. He's going to be too short, I think. I don't mean that City is too short. I think he's going to be 2 points short of lethal, or could have been, maybe if had he made a different trade. I'm not saying he was wrong. My initial math might have been wrong. I mean, and Perry, as we see, is sitting on 4 more cards, so could have some more answers. Really making City work for it. But City able to keep the draw train moving along. Probably debating whether or not to give him the card. Not going to do it. He's come this far. But yeah, I mean, like a red year, if Perry was running any kind of area of effect removal, I mean, I really haven't got the sense that he's, well, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't get the sense that he's necessarily a control deck, but he has enough stuff in there that I think it's a possibility. I mean, I do think, unless he has a Dawn's Wrath, he has no answer for that Shadow Lane.
Hold the line.
All right, he's looking, but now he's beyond. He doesn't have enough Magicka for anything but an Ice Storm, and an Ice Storm won't get the job done.
We stand united.
All right. I think he was hoping the buff would go onto his guard.
Careful there, friend.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It does shut down that field lane, but look at the firepower he's got in the Shadow Lane.
Friend.
All right. So now it has been my honor. It's been his honor for like an hour.
That was fought well.
And City acknowledging his stalwart defiance in the face of overwhelming odds. We're back with AyRoss in the Gauntlet, who just, just going to mention, put a little plug in there, has said that the Squish the Wimpy has been proving to be quite useful in this Gauntlet, and I don't doubt it. It is a great card, and it doesn't get talked about. I remember it got a lot of hype when it first came out. That was back when Ebonheart was, I think really, Ebonheart had come out strong with, okay, so in theory, either we may see a cast out here that is unfortunately, going to cost way too much thanks to Withered Hand being on the board. In fact, it would be the only thing he could play. Or we might see a Knight of Order. Oh no, that would nerf his guy too. So maybe just a cast out? No, okay. All right. And now he could do a cast out of it. And now he can play Tawak. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a legitimate sports analyst because everything I'm saying, or like at least 50% of it, doesn't turn out that way. So, these plays are going a lot faster than like live events do. So they're like, what they're really going to need on this play is, to get the ball out to their receivers because their running game hasn't been, doing anything. And then like literally 2 seconds later, the ball is snapped and, it's a 15-yard breakaway run play. And it's like, oh my gosh, well, didn't see that coming and yada, yada. So I definitely, I feel like one of those, but I don't have enough time in between turns to really have completely bad predictions. All I can say is, well, I think he's going to play X card, and he plays everything but that one card. I kind of have this unofficial arrangement worked out with most of the people. That's what it is. You don't know, but behind the scenes I said, hey, whatever card you think I would say you should play, I don't know how that was going to work out. I'm going to let that die. Speaking of dying, Randy, goodness gracious. Andy is making that final push. Cast out will serve as both a way to get rid of Resmor...
Kneel before the sixth
Resmor's Resmorzeric. Oh boy, this is just not a great. This is not a greatly commentated game. I may need to Nah, he's got this.
There's nowhere they can hide.
Nice. Style points. And we have stumbled across Jshadz running a Dominion with... Let's see. Okay, I'm just making sure. We are making sure that this is not Gauntlet. This is not Arena. This is, in fact, Ladder. Jshadz in the tower. Rank 3 against Archibald Vaynor, the Kingslayer, who is also in the tower. Prophecy coming down for Jshadz. And we're seeing such fun cards as Indoor Archmage and Brutal Ashlander, in fact. The alternate art. I don't know if that's actually available now or if... I'm going to say, he looks a lot more formidable right there. Like, when you say Brutal Ashlander, he looks brutal. The other guy with the giant winged boots, or these big goofy boots, who's got the little faux hawk or whatever, I don't remember exactly what it is. I just remember looking at him going, huh. I mean, he looks aggressive in his approach. His pose looks pretty aggressive, but he doesn't look very brutal. This guy looks like he's a brutal Ashlander. Definitely looks like he should not just be a 1-1.
Sees all.
Your destruction is at hand.
Although I will say the voiceover pairs better with the other Ashlander than this one. This guy sounds like he should be have an orc voiceover. Anyway.
Nice try.
Good to see Jshadz at work on the ladder. No doubt, gonna be seeing him in Legendary by the end of the year. Well, yeah, actually, the end of this season is the end of the year.
Nowhere they can hide.
Okay, it's gonna go ahead and trigger the Balmora Spymaster, take that off the board. Oh, really not fantastic options. Although, wow, what an unexpected poor Archibald. Is it Archibald? Archibald or Archibald? I think it's Archibald. Archibald? I don't know.
We'll hold, no matter what.
Like, I feel like there's an American way to say it, and sometimes that lines up with how, because Archibald it's not a term, it's not a name that you see. I don't think I've ever seen that term actually in America. Well, not the term, the name in America.
I do not fear.
Which is weird because we have names like, Sunshine and Sparkles and Apple. Seriously, I'm pretty sure isn't that Gwyneth Paltrow? One of her kids is like Apple or Orange or Tangerine or something. Anyway, so you'd think, Archibald, I've heard that name before. It's kind of odd that we don't see it there. And you could call him Archie or Archie. Anyway, not sure how it's said. Don't know why I'm talking about it this much. Doesn't matter. We're in the middle of a great game. Jshadz is making a nice push. The thing, though, the thing is, with Blackhand Messengers... Okay, so kind of fortunate there that I think Archibald won the card draw.
For the Emperor.
Blackhand, unless you're running... But Jshadz very well could be, like the Sentinel Reclaimer, or, something like a Firebolt, honestly, that can trigger it. They're kind of liability. I've had games where they're on the board and they just sit there, because I can't squish them, because of the way that the game board is set up, I can't do it. So is he going to yank back I think he's going to take the drain back. No, he does the battle. Even better, I would say. All right, smart heads up play there. Jshadz continuing to whittle away at Vaynor's health. I don't know why, I just like the Archibald Vaynor. I might have to borrow that last name for a D&D.
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Brotherhood is a fox.
The not alt art Black Dragon with the winged helmet. Immune to lethal, but not to javelins. Pointy things still hurt the Black Dragon. And Archibald just really can't get anything to stick. Explore. Interesting.
I know a shortcut. I'll clear the path.
Takes care of the immediate threat. Unfortunately for Archibald, I mean, aside from a silence, anything he does to that Black Hand Messenger does result in taking 2 points. Jshadz not really needing the drain. You know, that's part of the reason, like a lot of times, like you'll see a Telvanni, they run the Black Hand because they usually have 50 different ways to kill him themselves, and when you do that, he not only does 2 points of damage, but he does drain for 2 as well. Again, yeah, Jshadz just not letting Archibald have any board, which is really smart. He is starting to run a little bit low on cards here. Oh, Mechanical Heart! For all you haters out there, well, I mean, and that's the time that you want to play it. Now, I'm not saying that it's a great card necessarily. I do think we saw Kevin Eisenfaust played it. Oh no! Oh, wow. Yeah, I gotta say, you know, Jshadz is a great player, but Archibald right now is my avatar. Unfortunately, he is how usually my games seem to go, where I just can't get anything to stick. Like there's an answer, everything. I'd be like a dismantle, really? Out of all the cards, he top deck a dismantle the minute after I put down a support. So I feel you, Archibald. I love you, Jshadz. I mean, there's nothing wrong here. There's no villains in this story. I'm just saying, boy, I can relate to that. I can really relate to that. Now, if he gets another dismantle here, he does not. He does not. Okay, so Archibald will, for what it's worth, will be able to get his 4 health and 2 kitties. But boy, Manticore. I kind of want to play. I just want to play a deck that has Manticore in it as well. I mean, usually they're a control deck, but I think.
I am defeated.
Yeah. Archibald is just like, I cannot pull this off. Good game, Jshadz. Checking back in with AyRoss in a game that I do not think is yet decided. It's especially now that he has some options. Once again, we're seeing that Chewbacca really kind of mucking things up here is going to make Crushing Blow the only card he can play. Definitely worthwhile, though, taking 4 points off the board. And now he's got that 10-4 that RJ005 has to address. We do know, though, he plays 2 cards in that lane. Or Shield Breaker. If he played 2 cards, he possibly could have buffed up the Harpy to a 4. Instead goes with the safe bet of employing a Shield Breaker.
This day is mine.
So to this point, Andy has really only lost to that one game to Kfluffy that I alluded to earlier. That came down to a prophecy. Although right now, RJ is really threatening. We're gonna see Withered Hand. He might be thinking Fighters Guild. Nope, he's gonna stick with Withered Hand. I was gonna say only because both of them die to the 5/3 if RJ wants to trade. So Jshadz, for those, for that last game, I said you are favored, sir, getting the dismantle right after his opponent, put down the Mechanical Heart. But he said, you think I'm favored, but I didn't get any of the cards that I actually was looking for. So he had answers. He had answers aplenty, but he was not drawing the cards that he actually wanted to. So I guess a bittersweet thing there. Oh, so Alter Dominion. No, I have not. I will have to hop into discussion with Jshadz after this game. But boy, this is not over yet. So, and that's going to be a great play. Sword of the Inferno on the Windkeep Spellsword. Oh, so, yep, hits the 6/3, then uses the Sword of Inferno. Makes a favorable trade with the Crocodile. Now he has 9 on the board, plus another 4. And, boy, drawn into Soul of Revenge. Oh, no! Another Doomsday Prophecy! What in the world, game? I mean, as I said, AyRoss has only lost that one so far to Kfluffy. But he did lose it on a Prophecy. And I would say he's winning in spite of a horrendous barrage of prophetic nonsense. And RJ, who had been on the offensive, or seemed to be on the offensive, now has really been having to make some trades.
Give me strength.
Because AyRoss is just able to keep his board just threatening enough that RJ can't take it for granted that he'll be able to get through. Now, okay, to be fair, when you see Disappointment Dragon, 9 times out of 10, we saw that one and we saw, I'm trying to remember the other prophecy. Obviously, we've seen the Harpies. There was another one that he played, the Crocodile. You don't play that unless you're really leaning heavy into, and there we go again with another heavy prophecy. So AyRoss is probably going to, I don't know if he's going to mute. Yeah, I guess he could. He can mute both. Okay, does not trigger prophecy there. Probably was waiting to see how that was going to go down. I'm guessing we're going to see Sower in that field lane. And probably mute. Mute will allow his 4-2 to trade with the nerfed, with the muted Disappointment Dragon and still play Sower. He still may do it. He still may do what I said. Or he might play Circle Initiate. I don't think you can leave that 7-5 on the board. That would make me incredibly nervous. All right. Yep.
I have no fear of you, cowardly
There we go. Puts himself in a prime position to clear things out, particularly with Underworld Vigilante, a card that I particularly enjoy. We may see a concession here. Typically, Prophecy. Now, he did play the Prophecy that, gives guard, so he could have a guard prophecy. Actually, there are quite a few. Protector of the Innocent, the 4-1. And no, he's getting rid of all the cards that were not prophecies, but there's the guard that I was thinking about.
Do you not fear the motto? You should.
Okay, so Knight of the Order. Oof. Yeah, probably not going to see that.
Killing you will make an excellent story.
And AyRoss just keep on populating the board
You fight well.
and essentially giving what is a GG.
Many thanks.
We know he can hit for 4, and yeah, he can hit cleanly for at least either 7 or 9. Just kidding, he can hit cleanly for 7. But he still has the Underworld Vigilante to finish things off.
I have no fear.
Barring another guard, doesn't look like
Fever.
RJ has that.
This day is mine.
Oof. I mean, if he has another... a Prophecy Bolt is the thing, but he's only got only one Prophecy possibly left that can trigger. And AyRoss is out of range of 2 Lightning Bolts even if that was a thing. Okay, so he's...
Close ranks.
That-
Nothing through.
I mean, he does have...
There's no
Right, okay, yeah.
hide.
Good game, Andy. Good to see another win. And making his, what I believe is his debut. I do apologize. I never really, am 100% sure that I have not seen them before, but I'm pretty sure I've not seen Extract 61 before. I think, or that we've gotten a game with him. So I do apologize if that's not the case. But hey, we're seeing some experience here, or some veterans. So yes, as Extract playing veteran. And in a pretty good spot. This is, from what I'm, obviously we see Red Brahmin and Metamarco there in his hand. Not exactly on curve, but not too terribly early. I'm not sure how long exactly they've been there.
do what I can.
But they will be helpful in trying to make this final push. Oof. And Maximus, if Red Brahmin just had one more, if he only had one more Magicka to deal with, he'd be able to not only remove the guard, but also make sure that Maximus did not get 3. Okay, so that's going to help. So Maximus gets that 3. And another prophecy. This is just a prophecy day. A day of prophecy. And I don't think Maximus is running a Prophecy deck. This is just, yeah, we're just seeing Prophecies aplenty.
The haste will make me strong.
This will make you strong if there's not a Sorcerer's Negation. So I believe this guy, he makes all the cards cost, actions cost 4 more. Okay, so it didn't really work out. So Maximus got the 3 Magicka boost, ramped for 3, I guess you would say. That was somewhat nerfed by, temporarily nerfed by this guy who's taking a powerful blast to his shield there. Kind of cool art there. I really like that. But only takes the hit on actions, which, if he is sitting on a negation, Sorcerer's Negation, that means it costs 6 now. So probably not worth it. Oh! Singleton! Good gravy. All right, well, that changes things. The likelihood then of him having an answer for the 1/1. Okay. Wow. Okay, this game is even starting to spite me, even when I'm not playing. Like, it seems to be going out of its way to spite me. So, Red Brahmin is probably going to come down in the Shadow Lane. Because it looks like what Maximus is looking to do is what a lot of folks have wanted to do with Thorana, which is have her on board when you play... when you play Siege of Stras Makai, so that you have a bunch of 0-cost sieges in your deck and you can just crank them out. Problem with Thorana, she's expensive. At least it's hard to play her and the siege on the same turn. So you have to get her out there and just hope to goodness. Now Maximus, I mean, Extract has the lead, but that is a heck of a board now. And he can't really go Shadow Lane or Field Lane. See, what can he Mana Marco back? Harpy, maybe. Duskfang gives him 3 of reach. That gets him 11. That's a tough call here. Because, yeah, Maximus next turn is going to be able to deal quite a bit of damage. Break the ward on this guy. He becomes a 9.
I'll strike your head from your body, you cur.
It's a great veteran if he can trigger. I think he gives the top card of your deck +4. No. Top creature of your deck +2/+2.
I have many important things on my mind.
Maximus with an answer there, and Extract is going to lose his board. Aelid Guardian on curve.
You cannot
Murder.
I mean, it's great, but against this board right now, oh no.
You're mine now.
That may be it. I mean, you can play Aelid or Aelid. But it looks like Maximus has assembled a big enough board to deal with that as well. Elena is a great card against a singular threat, but the fact that, yeah, just has to play the Guardians. And Maximus, worst case, he's going to lose Thorana, really. And he still has his 8/8 with guard. Okay. I guess that's the other way to go.
Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Murder.
Looks like Maximus has something in mind. Probably a way to a Dark Rebirth or something to trigger Ancano again. Is what it would seem to be. We'll do it.
Mother of mud.
Wow. All right, Extract. Glad to see you play. Sorry it went down like that. That was really rough. That was a heck of a swing by the opponent. all in all, a good game, and great to see veterans play. So I definitely appreciate you giving those cards some love, because they really don't get a lot. You see a lot of Ebonheart, not a lot of veteran. So Jshadz just sent me a challenge. He's got, this is actually a Alter Dominion deck. So just like, we've seen C-City running Alter Halalu, Jshadz is running, and he gave me,
Greetings.
he said a few things. Let me,
Luck to your house.
let's see, what did he say? Enhanced version of a deck I made a while ago. I love Alter, but hate Telvanni. Dominion seems to be an expect option. Tried Empire, but really miss Blue. Okay. So, yeah.
I have no fear of the cowardly skeever.
So he's running Alter. And this is my Dagoth Red. This is my mono, essentially tri-mono red.
Grievous error.
How dare you, sir? You know what? You know what? I'm going to pretend that didn't happen. Oh my gosh.
Take up hit bait and
Watch him have Reverberating Strike.
like you.
This is not a great... I was hoping for something
Nicely done.
with a little more... I'm going to taunt him.
Prepare
like the
to die.
Swiftly and silently.
Meet your
Face
doom.
me, milk drinker.
I'm ready for anything. Down. Kind for this.
All right, well... Not the best. Certainly not the worst by any stretch. All right, he is going to be able to clean it off now with a curse. All right. So we're in rough shape here. The hand is nice. I'm going to keep him away from this guy, but I'm under no delusions that he's going to survive. Yep, there we go. Piercing Javelin. Wow. Yeah. So I guess we'll just play him. He gets no value, unfortunately.
The Black Hand sees all.
Alright. Okay.
Have you come to submit?
Let's see if he's got another removal. Does he? Do ya, Jay? Did you just top deck removal for him? Don't you dare. Don't you dare. You just keep that in your hand. You let that hand play. Don't you? Whack, man. Sure. All right. Not terrible. Hopefully he does not have the third javelin. No, but he's got the snake. Okay. Well, this is yeah, this is why I have really stopped playing for the most part. Yeah, I'm not even sure what to... Screw it.
I will devour your soul, mortal.
Let's go ahead and rip off the Band-Aid. Oh, did we did get a prophecy. Nice.
Ready to
All right.
join the circle.
Let's see. And I don't mean like, oh, you know, my
May the
opponent has the answer for everything. It's I don't know. Yep. No, now he's got another one. Jeez. But it really is. It really is. You have enough games like this, you're just like, all right, I'm done.
Protect the Harbinger.
He's gonna get a free trade there no matter what I do.
I smell fresh meat. We must protect the Night Mother.
All right. So I'm guessing an Ice Storm is soon to come. He does have enough Magicka to play it, especially with A-Ren on the board.
For old Marys.
Oh, he does have the curse. Why did I put the 4-1 over there? That was kind of silly. Okay.
You'll not be rid of me that easily.
All right. So, boy. I mean, I don't want to give him any more cards, really. I don't think that's gonna
No one gets through.
be great for me. But
Will
I kind of do want him to give me cards. Yeah, just in case. I'm doing that just in case he's got Immolating Blast or Dawn's Wrath. I'm sorry. Although that does play around Immolating Blast as well a little bit.
Try something.
Razzle dazzle dazzle. Doesn't break a rune and is going to give him, of course.
No one gets through.
Okay. And now I can't play Triumphant Jarl. And we hit a Prophecy. Yeah, this game's gone sideways. I mean, it was kind of already sideways, but yeah, we're not going to survive.
Nice try. Care to go again?
Unfortunately. And he does have Altar, so yeah, we're on the clock now. And I
Will.
yeah.
This one won.
Alright, so now he has Fell the Mighty as well. So here's the thing.
Come at me.
I'm doing this because I don't want his altar to get a trigger. Oh no! Whoops. That was dumb. That was dumb. I just don't want him to have anything on the board that he can alter Altification with. But it doesn't really look like it matters. He's going to be able to drain his way out of this, and yeah. Yeah. Cool.
There's loot here, Schwaaard.
Yeah.
I can smell it.
So he gets Triumphant Jarl value there. Oh, he's just going to go for the jugular, get the game out of there. We do get the douche, but and he's going to use that to clear out the lane. Yeah, we just got nothing. I don't want to prolong the inevitable here.
We must protect our stronghold.
There's nowhere the hunter becomes hunted.
I think we're pretty much dead next turn, I believe. Like if he's got an Incano or anything like that, we're just donezo. And another altar, yeah. This
A formidable display.
Okay, we're joining a familiar name, Carbon77. Haven't seen him in a little bit, but we are now seeing him, the Gladiator, the Redoran Gladiator against Alice Fear. Alice_Fear. Shadowfen taking away, was that Soul Shard or Nut Bunnies? No, that was something Sanctuary. The Sanctuary that... So, Alice Fear running a Slay Ebonheart. Not uncommon in these parts, in these times.
This is interesting.
I smell the stench
Interesting.
of the living.
That I would not have expected. So Alice using... And is this... Oh, this might be a... Is this a friendly match? Friendly or casual, I guess. There's no... It's not the event, because it doesn't have the little thingies over there. It's not a ranked match. Okay, so this may be trying some stuff out. Oh, and Alice Fear returns the Shadowfen treatment, removing Carbon77's support. Gets rid of his fervor. He now has no fervor. And Alice going on the aggressive here. Sitting atop 40 health.
Speak.
Carbon now with Drain on the board. We do know he has the Channeler, which I believe
This should help.
yeah. Oh no, another Shadowfen. Hey, this reminds me of my game with Jshadz. Yeah, Carbon's like, okay, we're done. All right, we're catching up with Kfluffy, the friend to animals, in another Gauntlet event. And for those of you who don't know, also, the Kfluffy has crafted a considerably girthy document about playing in Versus. Now, I know this is not Versus Arena, so I don't know how that seemed like a natural segue in my mind. But, but he has. So if you are looking to play aggressively or successfully in Versus Arena, he has a guide there. It's on the Discord channel, or on the Discord, it has its own little channel. So,
A little distraction might.
not trying to hawk the Discord. There's no reason other than that there's some really cool stuff there. Like I said, there's custom cards people are creating, so you can see what they've done and add your idea to the fray. And I just now noticed Diamond D or Demon D 22 is obviously playing Invade, which goes to an earlier point. I mean, let me finish. Oh, so yeah. So anyway, but if you're looking for a guide on that, there is, I think it's Boethia. I have to remember the name now. In one of the earlier videos, there's a link for a. Oh, I'm getting physically ill. Oh, and it's taken me off my game. See, this is the problem with Invade. It's so appalling. It's like getting slapped in the face, and my brain is like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. But anyway, big ball of yarn, of verbal yarn there. Point being, Discord, Kfluffy, Versus Arena guide. Feel free to check it out. We'll have a link to the Discord in the description there. But boy, yeah, Kfluffy's saying, this does not belong in the Gauntlet. I think I said that because Kfluffy is also very good. He's great in Arena, and he's also really good, arguably one of the best in the Gauntlet, of putting decks together that are specifically there to succeed in a Gauntlet. Unlike, I'm not saying Demon D. I'm not sure how good of a player they are, but I think I was talking with City about this the other day. You can tell there are certain decks, you come across certain decks, like Goblins, for example. They may not be the best deck to use given what the parameters of the Gauntlet is, but people, like, if somebody's like, I love my Goblin deck, I like playing Goblins, I'm going to play Goblin. So anyway, hey, Kfluffy, thank you for putting to rest another Invade deck. We're popping in for another look at Jshadz' Alter Dominion deck. We saw it obviously completely shellac me, lay waste to my my poor mono red Dagoth. He says more. I asked him how it performs, because we saw it do really well even when it wasn't drawing what he wanted it to draw. It did very well in the first game we saw it in. We saw it like shrug off my deck completely, and then yeah. So I asked him if it does well. He says not consistent at Legend. So so I guess he has played it at Legend. So now he's making his climb back up to it with it. But just really good to see it in action. I do like to see that. I don't like to play against anything. I think that got down to the crux of my problem. I just got to the point where, like, how I used to feel just when I'd say, oh, I'm up against Invade. I feel like that against pretty much every deck. Every deck just seems to be better than than what I can do. Even if I'm playing decks that were given to me by people who are awesome at this game. I may put up a screenshot of one of my... I probably won't, actually. That's why I do that. But it was like, I was sitting on a deck that was supposed to be like the devastating deck, like an amazing kick butt deck, assassin deck. And I had like no board, 2 curses, 2 swift strikes, and a Fingers of the Mountain. It was like against the Telvanni. I got him down to 18, I think. And of course Telvanni has a full hand and I have nothing. So it was like that was my experience. But you know, but like I said, I love to see the game played. I love to see bright minds doing brilliant things. Unfortunately,
You're so sweet. I can just eat
I'm
you
just
up.
not counted among them at the moment. So you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. And there are some neutral cards showing up on the deck. The Must Die. I'm not sure the Must Die.
Ready.
This is another enigmatic name to me.
Give no quarter.
This one can be
We could very well say, I think we're going to see a very fantastic Ice Storm here. I don't want to say it's a no-brainer because if Jshadz doesn't do it, I don't want to make it sound like I'm mocking him, but I do think it is the play. We get a little
Chimeric spirit of the sky, guide us.
and now I think we will see the dismantle that he's been holding on to. And that is, and I've said it before, but that is one of those things that you do have to keep in mind. Players at Jshadz level, your Kfluffys, your AyRosses, you know, just the people that always seem to have the answer. Part of that is luck. Part of that, though, is holding on to cards. Now, granted, he didn't really have a great dismantle target. Wait, it is for... Okay, I guess he decided he didn't need to use it on that turn because there was nothing on the board. It wasn't going to affect anything, but now it will be in play. So we didn't really have a great target for it. We had, you know, some 1/1 neutral cards that it could have taken out, but obviously that made no sense. He still may hold on to dismantle. Nope. Okay. But yeah, so you saw that was in his hand early, and he just kind of held on to it. So some of it is luck, getting the cards when you need them, and some of it is card management, making sure that you're holding on to cards for prime targets. You're not going, okay, it's going to be a pain in the butt for me to make this trade with this, so I'm just going to use an edict on it. But then you don't have an edict for the next turn, unless you are, you know, in sync with the game and you just you get the removals regardless. But
The Oriole do not waste
just to
time,
say that
Jshadz.
always to keep in mind that there is that aspect to it. And Must Die. That is that hurts my mouth to do it because it's like you're just making the TH sound, almost like Must Dieth. Like it's almost like that's what it was, but somehow it got wrapped and the TH got stuck in the middle. Hannibal Travin, a nice premium one too. Look at that, very spiffy. We saw Fluffy Fries 99, I believe that's the name. Had some folks going, oh my gosh, I want to see that deck. So we saw Travin go off. We saw him in his full power, and there we go. He's got and Jshadz. So in addition to this being Alter, and I guess maybe in a nice synergy with Alter, he's got the Necron Masterminder and a lot of the Slay, or the Last Gasp cards, so that every time he's altering and anytime he's Last Gasping, he's getting a heck of a lot of value. So he could play a Necron Mastermind, and I don't know that Travin has all that much. Can you see? Okay, Firebolt and Shadow Shift. So he has 2 cards in his repertoire if Necrom does come down. And I think he just gets to play them, right? They don't, if I remember from that game, they don't go into his hand. He actually gets to play them.
I strike like the Morag tongue.
So yeah, not a bad
Someone steal your sweet roll again.
power to 1, so yep. Yeah, he gets to play him right off the jump. So wow, we're getting to see the combo here. It's not running wild, but it's definitely getting the job done. In a Clyte. Something just fell. I'll have to check on that momentarily. Looks like this will be the last game of this particular session. Razzle-madazzle, getting some good value there. Snagging a Cliff Racer from Must Die. I'm just going to say Must Die. Not to disrespect the name, I just don't know how that many consonants are supposed to go together or sound together. Take up Mastermind. But yeah, does not have enough to address the full might of Jshadz board, especially with him having Cliff Racer. And as we know, he also has Barbas, and he can play them both.
It's time to
So
act.
even if... well, he has 7. Okay. But I think that 7's going to be... No, it's not. I am so wrong. But we're going to see the Spy Master, going away, see what he can get off of that. Gets an Ungulum.
You must be
No.
cleansed.
Oh, Shadowfen. What a clutch play. Whoo-wee. Yep. Interesting. Could he? Wait, 7? Yeah, I think he had it. Am I misremembering? Made the trade. Absolute chaos.
Oh, Shakaje, bless your soul.
I think he was essentially saying like he didn't mean to. Didn't mean to make the trade. I've done that enough times. I'm not sure entirely, but I know that I've done that many times where I've had lethal, and I didn't see it. Sometimes I'll notice it right before I'm about to make a trade. Yeah. Okay. So Must Die sees the writing on the wall is not going to be able to survive. So another very convincing display of force by Jshadz and his Alter Dominion deck. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and close this video out with a game from BodyBagBeezy. Still making that push.
Well met, marsh friend.
In the tower. Not sure because I haven't necessarily been, haven't seen him on as much as I am. I'm not sure how much he's had a chance to play. We know he made a heck of a sprint from rank 9 up to rank 3. I think he's been there now for a few days, but could have backed off the game. He does. We met in casual. I think he saw the channel before, but we actually had a match in casual, which, as I mentioned before, if you see me in casual, it means I am probably playing a very, very janky deck that is specifically designed to get me 2 or 3 daily quests as quickly as possible. I'll wait until I have 2 or 3 of them in the mix, and then I'll look at them and go, okay, I need guards, I need willpower, and I need this, and I'll just make a deck that just allows me to get all of those at once, because I just really don't have the time to do it organically. To keep up. So he found me in there, found me playing a deck that I normally would not play. It was very sad. Anyway, in the midst of things here, BodyBagBeezy the Gravedigger. Have I noticed that before? I don't think that's new. I just think there's crazy synergy there, a nice bit of lore tie-in with the name BodyBagBeezy with the Gravedigger. Very cool. And gonna get a nice trade there with Akron's the douche. Bodybag. I don't know. So it looks like an orc crab deck. Orc crab or a crabork. Crabork? I feel like those names should sound good together, but I don't know if they do. Bodybag with a slight edge on board. About to be a massive edge on board with old Salty. Probably going to go ahead and, make sure there's no prophecy first. And then the crabs come down. So yeah, crabs and orcs side by side. I can kind of see that. I was initially... Oh, look at that, Priest of Mara. Mara? That is a monthly reward card. A monthly reward card that I've never seen anybody play. And I don't have because I wasn't around. I wasn't playing when that card came. When that card came into existence. Not one of the better cards from what I understand. But as you saw in my tri-mono red, I actually play, I can't remember the guy's name now, but he's the 4/4. He puts 2 guys, gives your opponent 2 1/1s, and then he gains +2 whenever one of them dies. And he has breakthrough, so in theory, you can do some really cool stuff with like Unstoppable Rage or what have you, but you have to have a specific deck set up for that. My Dagoth Red isn't really set up specifically to make his effect trigger, but so Akron, perhaps, not used to seeing crabs. Maybe he's never seen crabs before in his life. Not entirely sure. Maybe he's going, what's that automaton doing with those crabs? How does that happen? But seems to be bewildered. Either that, he's just pondering the greater mysteries of Earth, of this life.
Should have been more.
Either way, though, did get the turn off before the timer went out. Could have been, as we all know, life happens while you're playing this game. And so he could have very well had to step away. So despite BodyBag's deployment of the crabs, old Salty coming down, Akron's board looking pretty strong. You may see a trade there in the shadow lane to get rid of the 4-1. Because at this point, yes, I would say BodyBag is the aggressor. We know that he's got some great reach in his hand. Between Morgul Gatekeeper, Sentinel, well, you can see. Lightning Bolt, Sentinel Reclaimer, Morgul Gatekeeper. But I don't know that he can push with impunity. Because Akron does have 11 points of damage on the board, which would get BodyBag down to 15. Okay, nope, he's going to go either that or he is...
Let's see if we can find
I think he's just really just going, look, I know I've got the reach. I know I can close this out. Gives the crab a dagger. Crab hits face. Yeah. He's got 7 magicka, which is enough. He's got 6 reach in hand. Well, yeah. Nope.
Moon.
He has 7
We obey.
reach.
There's a
He
plan.
just needs to connect. Okay, right now 5 damage.
Training is over.
6
It's
damage.
time to act.
Okay, so he's got it. Handily, I might add. Nice job, BodyBag. Hey, hoping this was a gateway game for you, and we'll see you at rank 2 next time. I'll go and do my exit now, just since we know it's coming. So thank you all for watching, and yeah, sorry this has been a little scattered, been all over the place, been carrying on conversations in between, and not really sure where to focus. Oh, he robs the Mud Crab Merchant of his chance to close out a game. The poor 1-2 Mud Crab that never gets to do anything like that. 1 point of damage remaining, and he just passes over the crab, that particular crab, the merchant. But I guess the merchant doesn't want to get his claws dirty. Spoke too soon. BodyBag just said this is his gateway game. This is his chance to get into rank 2, and I did not want to miss it. And boy, he's got his work cut out for him here, as we are seeing the mercenary come down on a pretty full board. Owl's not going to need a whole lot in order to start running away with this game.
Cut them down.
Ooh, every little bit helps. And boy, Protector of the Innocent, that is... it's not the greatest. Interesting. If he plays it over there, it means he's still planning to go on the offensive.
Cut them down.
Which he can do unless Owl has another... If he has a Divine Fervor, if he has another Mercenary, if he has, the Ally, I can't remember the name of it.
Let's see if we can find something useful.
What else is new? So we can push that damage. Does not trigger a prophecy. So yeah, he's really, with another Reclaimer, he's looking to close it out here. So he knows what he's doing.
The Emperor.
That is going to forestall him a little bit, and to his credit there, it also does not. Let's see, 6. Does he have Sentinel Reclaimer?
Them down.
We'll give him a total of 4. Steel Daggers 5, 11, 12, 13. He has it. He has lethal. Just has to hit with her, and doesn't even have to break a rune. You got it. He's got it. Do it. Just yep. Hit with the Reclaimer. Just poke. Yes. He's got it. He's going to rank 2, folks. Hot dog. Did I miscount? Oh, he's 1 off. I forgot he has to have enough to be able to play everything. He can't play both daggers. He can only get to 10. Oh no, I got so excited. I'm so glad. Oh no. He can finish it off with a douche.
May the hist aid
But
me.
if Owl has, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Move aside. Imperial business.
Okay. That's going to get him close, but he's going to need something else. Right? He can do a Swift Strike. That's all it would take. Oh, no, not like this. Not like this. I got so excited. Oh, not like this. Gavel. That ally.
I'll shape you up into a fight.
No!
Cut them down.
Oh.
Cut them down.
I'm sorry, Body Bag. Oh, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much, everyone, for contributing and putting your gameplay on display. And until next time, if at all possible, if you are not just completely aghast and flabbergasted by the game, keep playing.